how to create an author website on Wix. Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you're all doing great. I will show you this step by step. So we're going to start from signing up to Wix until how to actually set it up completely and what you can actually do to start maybe selling even your books. So to get started, you want to go to wix.com. And by the way, before we get started, I just need to note that it says Wix Studio for me on the top left, but we are going to be using the default Wix editor, not Wix Studio. So this is not going to be a Wix Studio site. With that being said, get started by going to wix.com. And then from wix.com, what's great is that we can actually create a site for free. Yes, it's not going to be the best, but then we can test things out for free. And if we like it, we can feel free to upgrade at some point in the future. Now in here, we can just feel free to sign up using your mail with Wix.com. And once you create your account, you basically want to go to this sites tab over here. And within the sites tab, you basically just want to click on create new site from the top right, or wherever you actually find it on the screen. It could be different for you. Now this is going to be for Wix Studio, so I'm just going to skip this and go back to the build with the Wix editor. Now with the Wix editor, it's actually going to start by asking you whether you want to build it with AI or without AI. So basically the difference between them is that with AI, you basically just add some prompts, letting the AI know what type of website you actually want to create. And it's actually going to create the best version of that for you. Or you can just set it up without AI, and it's just going to allow you to pick a template and move on from there. So I'm just going to click on setup without chat. I always prefer to do it without the AI. And then from here, it's going to ask us what type of website do you want to create. Now, it really depends on what type of site you actually want to go with. If you type in author, you can actually see author book release. For example, if you're writing books, you can actually see author blog. So if you wanted to also do that, author's forum, best-selling author store. So really just pick whichever one's actually going to suit you best. I'm going to actually go for the let's just do author instead. Let's just keep it as author and see from the templates later on which one is going to be best for us. But what I'm going to try to achieve with this site is that let's assume we have books that we have written and we want to sell them. So that's what we are going to try to achieve with this video as an author. Now click on continue on either one of them. It's not really going to make a huge difference. I think the only difference that you will be getting is how to set up this section right here and also the templates later on. So right now it's actually going to ask us a few questions depending on the type of website that we just chose. So I'm just going to name this, let's just do author test site because this is just a test, and click on continue. And in here, we are going to set up the goals for this site, which is going to also make a difference when it comes to what else is going to be offered for us. So sell products is one of the goals that we have. If you want to offer services, for example, writing for other people and so on, promote myself, just explore, build a community. You have all these different goals that you can use for this site. I'm not sure exactly what you want for yours. So have an idea. Write a few ideas and see which one is going to suit this site best for you and go with it. Click on continue next, and it's actually going to show us the apps that we would like to add. Now here's an important step, is that you will need to add the online store app right over here. And we are going to also showcase the portfolio, which is going to be built in. So we can also keep that, but we really need the online store. And if you don't find this tab, which says Wix apps, I'm going to show you how to install it later on anyway. And let's also install the blog app as well. So with that, we can just click on continue. And now we are all set, so we can just continue to dashboard. So now it's actually going to redirect us to the main dashboard of Wix. Again, it says Wix Studio on the top left, but this is the default Wix actually, so it's not Wix Studio. Now within the main dashboard here, you can really do everything that you need, starting with, which is always highly recommended, is go to settings at the bottom of the dashboard. And in here first, if you're going to sell anything, you want to click on accept payments. and then set up your payment methods. Now, for me in the UAE, we have Stripe as the main one. It's not allowing me to exit out of here for some reason. Okay, there you go. So UAE, we have Stripe as the main one for credit and debit card payments, and we have also PayPal and more payment options here. So it could be different for you, so connect whichever one is going to suit you best. After that, you want to go to the settings again and click on more. There's going to be a lot of things that you will need to set up, to be honest. So getting paid, store products and inventory. This is for something else. This is for later. I'm going to talk about this. But you want to go to domains, manage plan, and also, most importantly, business information here, because you're going to be able to add more things like your logo, the name, and so on. Now that all of this is out of the way, we can just go back to the home page and start designing our site. So basically, you just wanted to click on design site from the top right corner right over here. And this is going to ask us basically how would you like to design your website, whether design with AI or customize a template. So I'm just going to pick a template. It's much easier this way, unless you have a prompt ready to go. In that case, you can just go ahead and generate a design with AI. So from here is actually going to show us a few different templates to choose from, and remember, everything we can adjust in the template. So the text, the images, everything is going to be an element that we can feel free to change. So don't worry too much about it. Just go for any template that you think is going to look cool for you, or match your style when it comes to your site. I'm just going to go for the first one and click on edit on it, and it's going to generate the site for us in a few seconds. Okay, great. So first, if you did not see the Wix apps at the beginning when we actually were setting things up, and you want to add the store to your store, that's you basically just want to click on add apps from the left side here and search for Wix store and click on install on it. So just type in Wix stores and you'll be able to find it right away, which is this one right here. Click on it and click on install, and should install for you. So this is if you missed out on the previous one. Now from here, you can just feel free to design your site however you actually like it to be. I'm not going to take a lot of time here when it comes to design, but basically to edit an aspect that you can find is double click on it, and most likely not, it's going to open up the settings for it, and you can just adjust it to your liking. And this is going to be not only for text, but any other element. And if you want to add an element, you can just click on add elements from the top left and go to any element that you want, whether it's a button, images, menus, embed code, videos, whatever it may be. So you can feel free to add that however you like. But again, I'm not going to be talking about how to design the store really. But now let's start selling our books. So to do so, we're just going to publish on the top right, which is not really necessary if you don't want to publish it right away. It's up to you, but I'm just going to publish it anyway, and click on the Wix dashboard here at the top left. It's going to take us back to the dashboard, which is right over here. Now to add products to your store, you want to go to the catalog over here. And if you don't see the catalog, that means you did not add the Wix Stores app. So make sure you do that. And then click on the catalog. This is going to open up the products section here for you. And you're going to find a few sample products that they add for you automatically. You can just feel free to delete them. And then you can click on new product from the top right. Digital file, usually, unless you want to sell hard back books or hard leather, whatever it may be. So you can just go ahead and sell a digital product right now, give it a title. So give your book a title, and then you can just feel free to click on upload, and this is going to be the actual book. So make sure you upload the proper book. And then you can also feel free to add more product information to it. So you can add ribbons, descriptions, images of the book, if there are videos, but usually if it's a book, there's no videos. Pricing to the book. If you want to put it on sale, you can just check on sale, and this is going to be the discount and sale price. So you can also do more things like the track inventory, which I highly recommend that you do. Meaning if you had 10 books to sell, for example, and somebody bought one of them, then it's automatically going to be 9. So this is how it's going to work, and you need to set up how many you have in the inventory. And if you want to use these stock keeping units, you can also feel free to use them. And what I was trying to say is hardcover books. I'm not sure why it just escaped my mind. But anyways, once that's done, you can just feel free to click on save from the top right. And by the way, there are going to be more settings here you need to keep in mind on the right side, just to be sure here when it comes to the SEO parts of things. So creating coupons, editing the SEO settings, so the title and description, meta description. So click on save afterwards, and you should have your product ready to go. Just make sure when you actually design your site, you place them in a place where people can access them easily, like the homepage and so on. So this is a basic overview of how to create a website with Wix for authors. So hopefully you found it to be simple enough and helpful. And thanks for watching.